Hello once again all. I know it's been a long time since I posted any content because I've been mooching off of me being in other people's content. Love y'all, Pure Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanks for letting me being a part of it. I'm finally back with my own, and of course it's going to be a deck profile because what else do I do on this channel? Decided to bring Cyberdarks to my locals the other day, and we're not gonna talk about the results, but but it was just fun to do it. Cyber Dragon and Cyberdark are just, I have a lot of nostalgia for those. They're so much fun to play, so I just decided to bring them out again. And results aside, it was really fun. So I thought I'd just show what I was playing because I can get some free content off of that. So for the Cyberdark names, we play 2 Chimera, 3 Claw, 2 Cannon, and only 1 of the vanillas. I decided to play Keel. It doesn't matter which of them you play. Keel's just my favorite because no reason in particular. I couldn't even tell you. He's just funny. I play these at the ratios that I do because you don't need more than 2 Chimera. I don't feel having 3 is, I don't think necessary. It doesn't really do anything on its own if you don't have the graveyard set up with 5 Cyberdark names. So just seeing it by itself without being able to have a setup with it doesn't really do anything. Plus it's searchable throughout the getting to the other names. So you really, 3 I think is just too many. You do want 3 Claw, however, because that does allow you to see these Cyberdark spells, which really get your engine and your plays going. Cannon, I think it's another one that just feels like having 3 is too many because it doesn't really do you all that much to search out the other name. Now, if Cannon could search out Claw, then we'd be good. But unfortunately, Cannon only searches out a machine Cyberdark monster. If it could just search out a Cyberdark monster, then we'd be fine, because Cannon can search Claw, that gets you more names engraved, it helps you extend more. Unfortunately, they tried to make the deck a little bit too fair with this new support, so we just deal with what we got. And then Keel's just there for an extra name, so, you know, just take that as it is. In these spells, I play 3 Horizon and 2 Realm. A lot of people do it the other way around, but the reason that I do this is because Horizon usually just gets you to more so what you want to do than Realm most of the time. And Realm is a lot more searchable than Horizon because we also run a Cyber Dragon package, and that lets you get to Realm as well. And, you know, Horizon just does everything. It dumps the names that you need to the grave. If you see it, that just makes your day a whole lot easier and just makes your life better for this deck. That is the Cyberdark portion of the deck. For the Cyber Dragon portion, it's a little bit smaller than I normally made it. Only 2 core, and I'll explain that in a moment. 2 Hers, 1 Noxter, 1 Cyber Dragon, and 3 Cyber Emergency, and you can technically consider the Power Bonds that as well, but that's kind of the engine of the entire deck. Decided to only go with 2 core and instead just make sure it's 3 Cyber Emergency for 2 reasons. 1, I wanted more space for non-engine, and 2, I wanted the increase of spells and traps for Chimera's effect to be able to search Power Bond. And yeah, that kind of just ended up working out. Like having core be your only normal summon that you really care about. Like you can play 3, but seeing it in multiples doesn't really do anything. And yeah, it's searchable through emergency, or emergency can be your spell or trap that you pitch off of Chimera to search Powerball. I play 2 Hers because it's more so searchable with the Cyber Dragon engine, and then if you see it in your hand, you can send it from your hand and Chimera from your deck off of Horizon, or the other way around if you end up getting to the other one. So 2 of them just felt right. Playing 3 of them just feels like too much. Honestly, I almost considered playing this at 1, but if you can see this in your opening hand and then you can save another Chimera in your deck for later on, then that ends up working up as well. And Noxter is just a really good extender. It can get Chimera back from your grave if you don't want to search out another one. That way you can use its effect that way. And then Cyber Dragon is just so we have something to discard for something later on that I will show you. Plus, it can come up if you're able to get to it. You know, you can Mega Fleet your opponents or Fortress them if you play that. And then I play 2 Power Bond because I fear God, and if I draw this card and can't resolve Chimera, then my day is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. So that is why we do what we do with that. For this next portion, we decided to play fun cards because Cyberdark needs as much help as it can get to get by. We are playing a funny package in the deck. We are doing things. We are doing things to our opponent. Fun fact: Nadir Servant is still a 1-card window, and searching out a fleur-de-lis for a monster negate, just in case you forgot about that. Yeah, we do that because this deck needs as much as it can get to survive. And the rest of the non-engine hand traps, I just had to go with 3 Ash because it's generic, 3 Nib because my locals plays into it and it can help clear boards to make my life a little bit easier, Called By so that I have protection from stuff, and then 2 Imperm for the 39th and 40th card. Decided to go with this one because Imperm is a spell or trap, and if you end up having to pitch it for Chimera's effects, then that is another way that it can be used. That is 40 cards. Do not try to play over 40 because that will not go well for you in this deck, because it's Cyberdark, so you're already having to deal with enough as it is, so don't make your life more difficult. For the extra deck, the only Cyberdark monsters I'm playing are I'm playing the 1 Cyberdark End Dragon, the 1 Cyberdarkness Dragon, and the 1 Cyber End Dragon. Playing multiple of them in your extra deck is cute, and you can potentially threaten another one, but you're realistically only summoning this one time. It takes pretty much all your investment to be able to get into it. If they out it, you're not getting it back, so just don't even waste the extra deck space on it. Just play the 1. You know, the only way you're summoning this is you fuse 5 names off into this, you equip this from the grave because you sent it there with Horizon, and then you tribute these off for this. That's the only way you're getting to it. Don't waste the extra deck space on another one. It's just not worth it. For the Chimera Tech ones, I decided to go with Rampage and Mega Fleets. I considered playing Fortress as well. You can play Fortress if you want to get rid of another one of the flex spots, but I decided to go with Linger Evo, as I'll show later on, because the Ibly Lock was coming back at my local and I needed to have an out to that. But if there is a heavier machine deck count at your local or whatever event you're going to, then Fortress can just clear the board. Or if you want a main or side Clockwork Knight to be able to just clear your opponent's boards as well by doing that, then you're more than welcome to do that. I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to go for the more generic and safe plays when I did that. For the Nadir package, the Titanclad and App Cologne that you send off of the Maximus to be able to search out Schism, and then Titanclad summon Ecclesia in the end phase, Winda that you fuse into off of that, and then Garura and Entis for Nadir targets. Garura is for if you're going first and you draw a card, Entis is so you can pop cards on the field if you're going second and just help clear boards. Like I displayed earlier, I'm playing the Linger Evo because I was afraid of the Ibly Lock because people are starting to do that again. So I just wanted to be able to deal with that because I can't really deal with it necessarily otherwise. The Seeger, it both helps with OTKs, and if you're able to normal summon the Keel or whichever other Cyberdark name that you're playing and attach Cannon to it, then you can link it off in another machine to be able to draw a card off of Cannon's effect, because Cybernetic Horizon does lock you into machines from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, so it helps to be able to go into that. And for other generic ones, decided to go with Dark, Unicorn, and Access Code. If I wanted to make some more space, then I could find space for like IP instead of one of them, and then I can replace Unicorn with SP Little Knight, but I don't own a Little Knight yet, so I just don't have that yet. But this is what I decided to go with, just to be able to help clear boards afterward and help attempt to go for game. The side deck can be whatever you want. I'm probably not even going to keep the same side, but what I'm currently playing is Kaijus to be able to out threats, Bestials to help with Branded and Unchained, some back row hate with Cosmic and Evenly. Play these because they banish and they don't destroy, and because Evenly is just generically good going second. And then the other one I didn't really know what to go with, so I just went with D-Barrier, just to be able to end turns of decks that play monotypes. You know, there's a lot of Pearly comes around occasionally, the synchro only decks, the fusion decks. It was just the safe option that wasn't Judgment, because I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to go with Judgment or not, because going first you usually already set up enough. But that is what I got for you. It's Cyberdark, so it's going to be fragile, but it is fun to do. And, you know, any tweaks you want to make to it, I hope I explained why I play the ratios that I do. If you have any questions, always feel free to comment, and I think I've responded to every question I've gotten so far, so just let me know if you have any questions about that, and I will try to respond to you as to why I do what I do. But beyond that, thanks for tuning in, and have a good rest of the day.